I feel like the lighting is really bad here, so I'm gonna try to move the car without knocking this tripod over because I literally just set it up, and if it falls,
I'm gonna cry. So
try to get that A1 lighting. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what YouTube is all about. Is that lighting any better? Probably not. Are we gonna deal with it? Yeah. Hey everyone, it's your girl Cassandra back at it again with another video. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn the post notifications on so you get notified every time that I post. For today's video, I thought it'd be a really cool idea to talk about my pet peeves. What really inspired this video is earlier today I was driving and I was at an intersection and somebody cut me off. And it really just triggered me. I was like, bruh, why are you doing that? In the next clip, I will discuss more about it. But when that happened, I decided to pull over into this parking lot and grab my handy dandy notebook out of my trunk and write down my pet peeves. I would do it on my phone, but I use my phone to film. So what's better than the old-fashioned way? So yeah, I started writing down all these pet peeves of mine, just like some that I could think of off the top of my head. But if I sat down and just wrote out all my pet peeves, this video would be like 3.5 hours long. And that's boring as...
Excuse my French.
So what happened earlier is I was at an intersection waiting to turn. My light had turned green and he sees me moving and he decides just to gas it and pull out in front of me. And I'm like
really?
Like you had to do that? You couldn't have waited? Like there was no cars behind me. I mean, honestly, if he would have waited, this video wouldn't even be a thing. So like, thank you for that. But also like, just wait next time. And yeah, another thing that is one of my pet peeves is
slow drivers.
Especially when they cut me off. If you pull out in front of me, go ahead, do your thing. But if you drive under the speed limit, I'm not telling you you have to speed. I'm not telling you to do that at all. But if you pull out in front of me and you go under the speed limit, I'm gonna ride you. I'm gonna get up close up behind you and like,
don't test me.
That is like one of my biggest driving pet peeves because honestly, I don't want to have any of that nonsense happening. I don't know if I'm a good driver, but I'd like to believe that I am. And basically what I'm saying is if you pull out in front of me and go below the speed limit, we're gonna have some problems. The next one is people who take up 2 parking spots. I don't know if it's because your mama didn't teach you how to park. I don't know if it's because you just don't care, but it really bothers me when I go to park my car and I'm like, oh sick, there's a parking spot. And then I try to pull in and your little dumb is taking up 2 parking spots, parking crooked, like not pulling in all the way. And you know what's really funny? After the incident at the intersection, I went to a restaurant to pick up some food. I got an actual example of what I'm talking about when people take up 2 parking spots. And here's that clip. So as you guys could see there, that person could have clearly pulled in a little further. And if they would have taken at least like a couple more seconds to like correct how they were parking, then they wouldn't have been like at an angle. And I'm not a parking expert.
Don't like come for me, but
like if people just take 2 more seconds out of their day, like that wouldn't happen. I think this is like the last one for driving, but when you're trying to park on the street and there's like a spot but you don't fit because the person in front of you didn't scoot up far enough. That just really annoys me, especially because I live in an apartment complex where the parking spaces are for residents only. So when you have guests, they have to park on the street and it's just not the move. And this next little section is more for like grocery stores or shopping centers, wherever you go shopping. When I'm in line, right, and somebody pulls up behind me in the line and they don't give you any space, like I'm big on personal space, like you need to
back the freak up
and like just like not be right up on me. Another pet peeve of mine is when you walk into a restaurant and then there's just that one person that stares. They stare. They're just like, and you're just like looking away, and then you like casually look back to see if they're still staring, and they're like, I'm not about that. Like, I get so uncomfortable in those types of situations. I low-key already have anxiety to start with, and I'm just like socially awkward sometimes. So for me to walk into a store and to have that one person just staring at me just makes me so much more uncomfortable. I don't know if that's just like a personal thing, but like I can't handle that. Another one of my pet peeves for like shopping centers is when you go to buy like a jacket, for instance, and you like your jackets a little big, so you get a large, right? Scroll through the hangers and you find your size, you're like, sick, I'ma get it. It's like
The dopest jacket
I've ever seen. And then you get home and you go to like flex your little new jacket that you just bought or whatever,
and it's the wrong size.
because somebody put it on the wrong hanger. That is absolutely so annoying. I get sad, like I really wanted this jacket and then it's not the right size. And I'm just like, really? These next pet peeves I'm just gonna say and not go into too much depth about. I don't really have a category for them, but like when someone calls you and then you see that you have a missed call and it says missed call from mom 1 minute ago. You go to call her back and she doesn't want to answer. And it's like, it's been 1 minute. Where did you go? To China? Or even when people text you and then you reply and then they just fall off the face of the earth like you weren't even having a conversation. I don't know how you could go from calling somebody on the phone 1 minute and then being busy literally the next. Another thing, oh my gosh, when you're eating food and they're just smacking, they're just chomping that down, like that just really grinds my gears too. Anyways, every Thursday around 8:30 in the morning, the garbage men come and pick up the dumpsters. Thank you for doing that. Appreciate it.
What I don't appreciate is
how freaking loud they are, especially that early in the morning. Like, yeah, some people are like,
damn, Cassandra, like 8:30 is not even early, like da 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 da, this and that.
no, I like to get all my sleep and all the sleep that I can before I have to wake up. That's all the tea for today, everybody. Those are my pet peeves. If you have any pet peeves of your own, make sure you comment them down below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up, and see you in my next video. Bye.